company. So I started catering in 2016. Then in 2021, I formulated the business. Post-pandemic, I had some health issues, and about 6 weeks I was out of work. I kept saying I've been working since I was 14. I've been working jobs where I would work doubles. I'm like, and if I'm going to work, I'm going to work and put myself in a space that's going to make me happy. Growing up, family meant a lot to me. Even when being who I am, sometimes you felt like family didn't reciprocate you the same way that you put out the love to them. Starting off, my dad had a restaurant. My mom, she was raised by her grandmother, which was like at the homestead. So everybody came there. That's where all the cooking happened. We believe that food is love, It doesn't matter who you are, where you are. You sit down with a good plate of food, it just changes the mood of everything. So I remember when I was younger, I remember one time I was making ramen noodles. And I would be the person to go to making ramen noodles. I'm adding this and adding that. And I'm like, I would say about 7, 8 years old. And I'm like, what did Ryen do to these ramen noodles? And I just remember as I was getting older, like just hearing stories like that. So I guess before I knew that this was my love, that everyone else saw that this was my love. So I cater out of the Helping Hand Fire Company, a small fire company in the community, historically Black area of where I'm at. My grandfather, he had 60 plus years of service here. I worshiped the ground he walked on, and it took a long time for us to, get back, to the space that we were as I got older. So what I started doing was free meals for senior citizens during the pandemic. I just wanted to make sure that if there was a way that I could help, that I did, and what better way than I was pretty young when my dad passed away. I've been in the kitchen with him, growing up, but his business was Aki's Fish House, and my mom would say, I don't know how you did it, but some way, somehow, I never had fish as good as your dad's until you came along. And people who I've never met before have, who have had his food have said the same thing. So I do a lot of stuff for the community centers. Doing that, I want to be able to make sure that people who aren't as fortunate enough to be able to go into these spaces, that I can still provide them with that same type of experience. The William Way Center was funny. I made a post in Queer Exchange Philly. It's a Facebook group about being a caterer, and the CFO Darius reached out to me. But ever since then, I've been doing almost everything there. So I do their Summer Vibes block party for Trans Joy, which is actually coming up on the 13th. If everyone can get out there and support. And again, my favorite part of working at the William Way Center is going over to the John C. Anderson, where the seniors are. They get so excited when I come in there, and it just brings me back to roots and stuff, like just to be able to be there. They're like, we're tired of pizza coming here. We don't want that. They get so excited when we walk through the door. Recently, I was the grant recipient of the PNC Bank Award for $5,000. It was a moment where it was like tears in my eyes, because I couldn't believe that I was in that space as a young Black trans entrepreneur. There's not too many people that look like me or that are like me that get to be there in that space and actually still feel comfortable. Maybe next year, if I'm not receiving a grant, then I'll be the person in the room that's able to serve the food, to also give me the opportunity to bring forth what they felt was good enough to invest in. So if you're going to invest in me, invest in me fully, instead of receiving a $5,000 grant, when I'm utmost thankful for. I want to be the person that they hire for the $40,000 job. so, and that's a goal. That's a goal.